Hey, this is James at Foldspace Origami Studio, and welcome back for yet another installment of the Origami Beach Party, brought to you by the Amherst Public Library. For today's model, we are going to learn to fold a simple fishing boat. All right, I've got my boat here, and we've got some little crabs and a fish in it. So that's what we're going to be folding. And we're going to fold out of a square sheet of paper. Let's begin by taking one edge of the square at the bottom, lifting it up and take it to the top edge, match it up to the top edge for a book fold. Next, you're going to open up the paper, and we are now going to make a cupboard fold. We're going to take the edge of the square and bring it in to the center line that we just made in the previous step. And we want to do the same thing for the opposite side. So let's rotate the paper and repeat. Edge to the middle. Next, on each of the four corners, we're going to fold the corner in. And what we want to do is align this half of the short edge with the center line. So it'll look like this. Half of that short edge comes up and it meets along the center line. And we repeat on all four corners. Next, we are going to make the front of the boat. So on one end, we are going to take the slanted creased edge that we just made, and we're going to roll that edge into the center. And repeat on the other side of that end, bringing that slanted edge up to the middle, like so. We're just going to leave the back two corners the way they are. Now we are going to take this short edge here on this end, on the side of the boat. We're going to bring that side edge in to meet on the middle line, or where those two edges meet, right here. And repeat on the opposite side. We are just about finished, but we have a pretty tricky step to complete before the boat is done. And I have to warn you that this next step, the paper is not really going to be happy. In fact, the paper is going to kind of need to crumple a little bit because we have to turn our model inside out. Here's what that's going to look like. If you notice here, we've got these two raw edges that run up and down the middle of the paper that you can kind of open up. And in fact, you can already kind of open it up to something that looks like a boat. Okay? But in order to get the boat to really work, we need to turn this inside out, which means that we've got two corners in here, and we've got a couple of corners down here that are basically going to get popped out of place. And we're going to start on one end and then do the other. So here's how we do it. I'm going to turn the model over. So I'm looking at what kind of right now looks like the bottom of the boat, but this is about to become the inside of the boat. Now remember, the paper isn't going to like this. So it might even take a few tries for you to get it right. But notice that I place my thumbs on these two corners right here. And that's where I'm going to gently apply pressure and kind of push everything in while trying to be sure to keep all of the layers together. Now, it's not going to be flat anymore, obviously, but I've pushed those 2 points in, and now I need to do the same with these two over here. So I actually got to turn the boat around and very carefully kind of push all of this in, being really careful not to tear the paper. It's really easy to tear the paper, and in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if my paper tore a little bit. It's kind of weird is I got this little lip right here. Yee. There, but if you kind of get inside, kind of push that out a little bit, now it starts to take shape. And once you've done that, you've turned the boat inside out, you can kind of go around, kind of pinch the edges, you're going to bend them up a little bit, and kind of do this on the table. That will help. But there you have it, your simple boat. Another thing that I like to do is to kind of pinch very light creases along these two flaps. And that'll give the bow of the boat some definition. Thanks for folding with me, and join me for the next video where we are going to fold a fish windsock.